Greetings YouTube, it is Ivan Tacta. Today we are playing a very fine game. It's called Masters of Monsters. Now this game, let me raise the sound here, very hard to rent, very hard to find. I didn't know too many video stores at the time who held it. And finding it, I guess, at a garage sale or a flea market would have been, oh, it's like finding gold. Now I'll tell you why this Genesis game is so great. It's, you know the Sega Genesis, there's only 2 plugs. Most games are either 2-player co-op or, you know, fighting game one-on-one or just solo. But for its time in the 16-bit technology, pardon me, there wasn't too many games that were 4 players, and this one is. The only downside is everybody uses the same controller. So it's turn-based, and you pick between one of 5 summoners or masters, and they all have their unique creatures to them. Some of them are evil, some of them are good, and also there's a day and night aspect to this. So your creatures, if you're good, your creatures during the day will be a little more powerful, and that goes the same for if you're bad and at night. So let's start this prick up. So the first thing you're faced with is choosing a land to work with. Now I'm very fond of double. Okay, so normally your masters, once you summon them, they can never leave their spot. Okay, it's their area, and the goal of the game is to kill the other masters. By doing this, you create monsters and send them forth to go kill them, or kill whoever the fuck you're playing against. And now you can decide who's an AI and who isn't. We'll get to the AI a little later. So I'm gonna go with double. So you pick your land and then you pick your master. Here's the beautiful part. You can even pick what the computer is gonna be. So you got 5 choices: Wizard, Daemon, Sorcerer, Dark Lord, Summoner. Now for the purposes of this, I will take somebody I know well, the Daemon, and the blue. Blue will be Daemon, red will be, I don't know, let's go with the Sorcerer, green will be the Wizard, and we'll have the Dark Lord as yellow. So now I go here and I choose which one's computers and which ones aren't. So I'm going to put the rest of them on computer. And for the purposes of this, since I don't have much time, I will give myself maximum magic to be able to show you as much as possible. Another cool feature is that you can change the music. So when it's your turn, this music will play. So since I'm awesome, I'm just going to choose music number 5. And then we're going to go ahead and start. So as you can see, there's hexagons here. My master is right here. As you can see, he's level 3. He's got 100 hit points, and that can never be regenerated. Once your Daemon or Lord is at 0 hit points, he's dead and you lose the game. So protecting him is paramount. So as you can see, he's got short range attacks that do 3 times a possibility of 3 damage. And his long range attacks, he does for 13, 3 times. And we'll see a little bit of that later. So now what I'm going to want to do is, I can't take another tower, because depending on how many of these towers you control, you see this one's colorless, will depend on how many monsters you can create. And if you look at the bottom, which we can't see very well because my camera's not properly positioned, there we go. You see the blue, the magic points? We all start with 200, towers 3, and monsters 1. We are considered a monster, believe it or not. Let's see if I can get a better angle here. Okay, let's work with this. So now the first order of business is the simplicity of this. You press A, this will open up your command menu, and you summon. So I will summon a bird. And every master has their own creatures. Obviously some of them are repetitive, but the Chimera, I believe it's only the Daemon who has him. So the Roman also, you know, some of them have humans. Some of them are barbarians, Romans, what have you. mermaids, trolls, and you see the magic points it costs to create them are right there below. And I will create a dragon. Now see, I have 3 towers and 3 monsters. I think I can create only 1 more. And then that'll be that. If I try to create another one, it won't let me. I don't have enough towers. And I stand corrected. Oh, I think you control up to 2. Right. See, now I can. Alright. So now I'm going to use a magic spell. Like, you can use spell heal, heal all, awaken again. And every master has their own specialized magic. Like this guy has shield and storm. Storm disperses the creatures. Well, I'm going to want to use it again. To be able to go take this tower. Add myself another creature count. And create another creature. So there you go. So now, I don't know why, but as soon as I end my turn, the AI is going to attack one of my creatures with one of their elementals. Every single one of them until they kill my creature. This happens every single game and I don't know how to explain it. So that's where they are on the map. So I will, also, what can you do? Magic Force. These are my elementals. I have nobody to target at this point, so I can't show you how it works. But you have a setup here. You can actually save your game. Change at the will who's if you're playing the red, the computer, whatever, and also the speed of the game, which becomes important because it's slow, and you can also change your music at any time. So here we go, and this game reminds me a lot about Magic the Gathering. So see, he's attacking my bird with an elemental, which killed it. So there you go. Now he's attacking his bird with an elemental. Water elemental. I like water. Man, he created like 4 horses. See, some creatures have, special protections against certain attacks, which will become evident later on. But I don't plan on showing you that much. Just plan on giving you an idea of how this game works. So it's turn-based. See, I'm moving my creatures now. And some creatures fare well depending on the terrains. Like this is a volcano. If I put a red dragon here, he's going to be very well protected. Mind you, I like to send them out to attack. So you move up your troops, because I'm going to go towards the red. Okay, the green and the yellow are too far, are out of range. So as you can see, this could be a really fun game if everybody got together and just, had fun, shot the shit, whatever. Just easy, it's simple. And another great thing is while your creatures fight, they gain experience and they can raise level. Most creatures can transform up to 2 times. And when they transform, they become just a more powerful version of themselves. But they also transform into another creature, which is kind of cool. Like, I'll give you an example. A griffin will transform into a hippogriff. What do you got? A troll can transform into a frost giant. So he's setting a Pegasus. So you see all the battles? See, with the fast it goes a lot better, or else it's too slow. And it's pretty random. You'll see, depending on what creature, what terrain you're on, you'll have a percentage to see if you hit. So right now it's nighttime or getting dusk, or it's pretty night. So my creatures are weak since most of them are good. You see? Lawful. L for lawful. N for neutral. And E for evil. Wow. So I'm going to move them up. So, yeah, this part can get a little tedious. But once the battle starts, who cares? Ow. Birds are good because they can travel long distances. So I usually send out my bird to get myself additional towers that haven't been taken, so that I'm not limited by the amount of creatures I could summon each turn. Mind you, you don't want to have too many creatures either, because having too many creatures just, takes time for nothing. All you really need is to transform a couple of good soldiers, a couple of good people, and you can win the game like that. So now I'm just going to use one of my abilities here. It's called it's a magic spell called Storm. So by doing Storm, I will dissipate everybody in the hexagon and everybody that's around it. So here it goes. It just randomly sends them somewhere else, like he's stuck. A dragon cannot walk on water unless he was higher level, but that dragon in particular will not be able to walk on water. So I will end my turn here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this video, and I will come back with some progress. I will come back with some transformed creatures. So that's pretty much how Masters of the Monsters work. Because when you kill a creature, you gain experience. Now we haven't seen any of them die yet, but it will come. Thanks for watching.